barking her defensive cues. Ohlmiller with a beautiful dodge and finish.
A mere look at Kayla Trainer's goal. Kayla had come around that right side. Kylie, as a natural lefty, came from back left side.
Level for 6-on-6. Beautiful shot and elevator.
Saw a little bit more gaining possession, gaining comfortableness. However, she saw as soon as she has that ball in her stick, if you have a end line and that little tap of the head, I'm going to say that means clear space for me. I've got this matchup. Again, you have to be so smart on the field. Your teammates need to listen to what you're calling out, but that protection, we see that little inside move. Generally, you give yourself as much space as possible around that crease. However, one quick little turn, a nice little spin move to the in fence. The ball moves quickly around the perimeter. She gets it into Marie McCool's hands, and then ultimately she cuts again. Give and goes. Great work when you're a player up. Creates that defense shifting where you just passed that ball to. That's what allowed her ability to cut into that open space, their area.
Amber Hill, the goalie, has to call for the help there.
That's Amber's call. That's Holly Riley's call, the defensive player. But we saw everyone in purple staring, looking, should we go? Should we go? And you need to. When you are up against an attacker with hot hands, just like Kylie Ohlmiller, we saw that little hesitation, the little rocker. You need to send a double to her.
That wasn't bad defense from Riley. Just a whisker of separation is all Ohlmiller needs right now.
Absolutely.
Kylie Ohlmiller, who had 5 and 2. That'll add up quickly on the leaderboard. Ohlmiller stings the corner.
We see her taking it, sweeping across the top, almost wanting to turn that corner, but it's that little slip defensively by her defender, Becca Block, that opened up the lane. As soon as she sees this slide right here, she immediately rolls back. Her hands are free. Whenever your hands are free, you're able to turn that corner, take a closer dodge to cage right here where you see that step, the slip, and she immediately turns back.
Finds Sammy Jo Tracy, then McCone driving in. Great passing, behind the back, Ohlmiller!
Pushing the fast break, we haven't seen many of them. But McCone's so smart, waiting until she could feed Kylie Ohlmiller. Definitely want to make sure she's in a better position to shoot right in front of that goal cage, falling, making it look so easy. But in actuality, that's where defense was less likely picturing that shot coming from. I love her celebration, throwing the stick. She was prepared and ready. Another look at this right here, that little fake in front, and then a behind the back shot. All these fakes freeze those goalkeepers. However, I do.
That pass, deflected, score! Does it count? Out of the cross before 0-0-0. We're going to see that's okay. Now, who does this deflect off of? And all of a sudden, it becomes very harmful to Haley Hicklin. Kylie Ohlmiller celebrating. McCone jumping for joy. Taken from outside the 8-meter key. Who does this hit? It deflected off of Ohlmiller. It hit Ohlmiller's cross. You can actually see Ohlmiller's cross ripple. Ohlmiller scores! Kylie Ohlmiller found just enough room there. Hansen's been an interesting addition to the offense. Good save there. Reed fought that one off. Follow-up, score! Over the shoulder.
Missed. Amanda Johansson here. That nice quick save. First ground ball missed. Kylie Ohlmiller with a behind the back. That's awareness. Aware of where you're at within that 8-meter space. She immediately scoops that ball up, sees that no.
Turnover, unsettled Ohlmiller right in. She scores.
Working so hard. It's not just your job to score goals offensively, but to ride the ball. Amanda Johansson using her.
Great pickup there by you, Courtney, to see the trail check made by Ohlmiller. That put the outlet pass from Glenn into very hot water, and then 71 converts. As Kylie Ohlmiller ties things up with 3:08 to go in this opening quarter. Athletes Apuzzo will circle the net. Sam Apuzzo looking over top of the cage, finds Ohlmiller! Bang, bang!
Ohlmiller do such a great job of reading where another is at. We see her asking for that ball. All it takes is eye contact on the field. Sometimes when you have that connection, you don't need anything more. You don't need a big call. And we saw that simple movement showing the head of her stick and then demanding that ball in that nice and tight cut. Very smart, easily done by the combo of Kylie Ohlmiller and Sam Apuzzo.
Picture perfect, nice read and better positioning on that shot to place worker B on this team. Lindsay McComb, great feed. Ohlmiller off the sneak, she scores!
But again, as all eyes are looking at her, defensively they lost sight of Kylie Ohlmiller around the goal cage. She can be so deadly when cutting. As soon as she sees her defender take a look, she's off to the races.
Courtney, in that case, does Becca have to follow her around, or do you trade her off verbally to another player?
Well, both players, as we see right here, were caught on the wrong side. Both of them had eyes on Lindsay McComb, so it wasn't just one player looking, but both of them miscued.
Save there. Back comes Ohlmiller's team, and this is a fast break. Warden stretching her legs. Kick it to Apuzzo. Then Ohlmiller off the curl. Score! For your team, 16 points for yourself on the individual leaderboard. Great move by Ohlmiller. Score! Wow, that was slick.
Get her defender on her heels. We see a little stutter side to side, and that acting like she's going to go strong lefty, but a quick roll underneath is where she was able to gain the advantage offensively. We see that overstep right there defensively. She was able to quick roll under. Has a lot of space to shoot before that sliding defender came. Incredibly quick movement right there for Kylie Ohlmiller.
Ohlmiller breaking the ankles here of Molly Garrett, so to speak. Ohlmiller gets inside from the severe angle. She scores! Kylie Ohlmiller ending a drought of better than 14 minutes.
To their captain's hands in that quick little roll. She loves the roll dodge, always able to come back. We see Kylie right here taking her defensive player up high, giving herself a little bit more space in order to see that lane to goal. What I love right there, that fake. That was Britt Reed, and that's why she was able to shoot up and around.
Miller gets underneath, Ohlmiller gets underneath and scores! Kylie Ohlmiller.
Possibilities. And then that quick split, the change of direction is what can get any defensive player. She is so quick off of that first step. See, she keeps it in her dominant hand, that protection. She puts her body in between her stick and her defender.
Ohlmiller on the roll dodge. Bounce shot, score! Kylie Ohlmiller with a lightning quick release.
Back, and I think that's why Becca Block gave her a little bit of space defensively, because she thought she was going to roll again.
Ohlmiller swooping in against Block. Ohlmiller scores!